Welcome back to Old Studio Car, where we bring classic machines back to life through deep dives, honest impressions, and the pure joy of vintage motoring. Today we're taking a closer look at the 1956 Ford Thunderbird, a car that didn't just roll onto American roads. It arrived with attitude, confidence, and a style that still turns heads nearly 7 decades later. This is a model that blended luxury and performance in a way that set the tone for personal cars long before the segment had a name. The 1956 Thunderbird stands out instantly from its predecessor because of its signature rear-mounted spare tire. Ford called it the Continental Kit, and it changed the car's entire presence. It extended the rear bumper, sharpened the profile, and gave the car a more upscale, elongated look. Today, when you walk around one of these restored models, the chrome work is what grabs you first. The bumpers look like hand-polished sculpture, the egg crate grille is still a perfect balance of elegance and boldness, and the round headlamps feel timeless rather than dated. The side profile remains a masterpiece of proportion. In this updated restoration we're reviewing today, the paint looks richer than what rolled off the line in 1956, with deeper gloss and tighter panel alignment thanks to modern restoration methods. The new exterior refinishing captures that classic mid-50s pastel tone but with a clarity and shine that only modern clear coats can deliver. Even the porthole windows on the removable hardtop, which were introduced in 1956, still feel like a smart design touch that gives the car both character and functionality. They reduce blind spots and add charm at the same time. Driving the 1956 Thunderbird today is a reminder of how far engineering has come and how much character has been lost. Under the hood, most models came with the 312 cubic inch V8, producing around 225 horsepower depending on the setup. In this restored example, the engine has been tuned to factory spec, and it still fires up with that deep, warm rumble you only get from old-school American displacement. The throttle response isn't modern quick, but there's a satisfying immediacy when you dip into the power. The car pulls with smooth, steady torque, and at lower speeds it's almost effortless. Performance in 1956 terms was impressive. The Thunderbird could reach a maximum speed of about 115 miles per hour, though today most owners prefer to enjoy it at relaxed cruising speeds rather than pushing its limits. The handling is classic 1950s Americana. Soft suspension, light steering, and a floating feel over the road. It wasn't designed for sharp cornering, it was designed for comfort, confidence, and presence. Even so, at medium speeds it feels stable and predictable, and on open roads it becomes one of the most enjoyable vintage cruising experiences you can have. Fuel economy was never the selling point of this car, and even with careful driving you're looking at an average of around 12 to 15 miles per gallon. In today's world that sounds rough, but with a classic like this, fuel efficiency is more of a fun fact than a deciding factor. The driving experience, the sound, and the emotional appeal outweigh any concern about fuel consumption. Now let's talk price. Classic car values fluctuate depending on condition, originality, and restoration quality. A well-restored 1956 Ford Thunderbird tends to range from around $45,000 on the lower end to upwards of $90,000 for top-tier examples. Exceptional concours-level cars can push even higher. The example featured in our review, with its fresh exterior update and clean mechanical restoration, sits right in the strong market range for collectors. The 1956 Thunderbird remains one of the most iconic American classics because it captures the optimism, style, and engineering ambition of its era. It's a car that seems to glow from every angle, a car that rewards slow, scenic drives and invites conversation anywhere it parks. On Old Studio Car, we celebrate machines like this not just for what they were, but for how they continue to bring joy today.